Elbow pain not quite resolving? Are you missing the last pieces that will get that to settle down for good? Join us today. We talk about those last key pieces that will get you back on track and back onto the course quickly. Hi guys, Dr. Steward Ward, Adelaide Chiropractor here, talking today about the last key pieces of your recovery for your elbow pain so you can get back doing what you love fast. So in the previous episodes, we've been talking about elbow pain, that inside elbow pain, the medial pain, golfer's elbow, tennis elbow. So we've already talked about what it is, how to sort of settle it down, calm it down, do some stretching and some mobility work, and then how to strengthen it so we can get back to being handle what we want to throw at it. And then today, I just wanted to talk about a few key little pieces, these little odds and ends that might have been ignored that you can use to really just turbocharge your results and get this thing going for good. So first thing we want to do is talk to the golfers. So right here, I've got my trusty 8-iron. So the first thing I want to talk about here is just grip and hand position. So we talked about previously in the videos how tendons don't like surprises. They don't like all of a sudden having this load thrown there. And there's something that can happen, and I can personally attest to this, that as an amateur, when you're just getting started, that you have a tendency to just grip the club head because you're trying to look for some more stability, some control, and a new skill. So you end up choking the club like it owes you money. So what the first one I want to talk about is just grip strength, or how hard we're gripping the club when we're swinging it. So making sure, and this is a tip that I've stolen from Rich Shields, go follow him on Insta and YouTube. He's a fantastic golf coach. Is sort of just the grip. So you might find that baseball style might lend to you squeezing really hard, and that'll get that grip lighting up through there. More potentially trying that sort of over under hooking the pinkies grip, making sure that when doing this, of course, thumb sitting in the middle. But then when you're squeezing, not that like out of 10 out of 10 squeeze, I've really got to hold on because I don't know quite what I'm doing. So if I just squeeze harder, the club won't move, but instead more of a 4 to 6 out of 10 depending on what you're swinging. So more we can do is just set that position, get that hand position, and then just lighten the grip a bit. There's no need for you to squeeze the hell out of the club if technically speaking you're pretty sound. So that's our first one. If technically speaking you don't feel so sound, seek out a golf coach. Technique is going to play a role here. So that moves us on to our next point, technique, or rather the technical aspects of the line up and down the arm. Because you can sometimes see with elbows, similar to knees, elbows might become the red-headed stepchild. They get stuck between wrist issues and shoulder issues. So if we're missing some shoulder strength and control, that can be an aspect that's gonna end up loading the elbow a little bit more. This might be more true for our lifters, the lifter's elbow portion, but it does hold true for golfers. There was a recent study that showed that golfers, generally speaking, when they develop their elbow pain, show some weakness in shoulder abduction and also external rotation. So if we can generate some more strength and stability through those tissues, through that rotator cuff at the back there, that can hopefully mean we're less flaring up of the elbow. So to do that, all you need is a band of some description. Here's one I prepared earlier, and there's a couple of ways we can play with this, where I can just have this band, nice external rotation movement as my elbows are tucked into my body, big squeeze, 3, 2, 1, and just let it relax. Couple of sets, ideally building up from anywhere to 10 to 45 seconds based off some evidence in the literature, where I'm doing this external rotation movement, which is just gonna work the stability at the back here. Yeah, so that's our external rotation. You can also tie this to a post or a door handle you've got at home, and I'm also doing this external rotation hold, and once I've nailed that, I can turn that into some reps going out like that. Also, classic with the cable stack, there's nothing wrong with using that. After that, we can do some adduction, where we can just do a nice band pull apart, where I'm doing this shoulder adduction type movement like this. This can then turn into potentially an overhead one for you guys that are potentially struggling with that pull-up position and you maybe need to do some overhead shoulder work. So I can do that over the head, pull the band apart, there's my shoulder abduction. Another nice one you can do, again, I'm tying this to this post or I'm potentially even standing on it and I'm doing the pull and coming back. Nice big squeeze, couple of seconds, making sure the shoulder's not rolling forward and I've got that nice set position and relax. So 2 or 3 sets, 10, 15, 20 reps of those. Depending on the strength of the band, you can always dial it back and forth. Last one that we might need there, especially for our golfers, we see is thoracic rotation. So we need that thoracic mobility to make sure if we can't open up enough, what we'll end up doing is getting that more severe elbow angle, which is gonna light that guy up. So something like a foam roller. You can do the old threading the needle as we go through. Even the old classic book opening in standing, in kneeling, that's a great option too. There's plenty of videos on YouTube, but stay tuned to the channel. We're gonna do a thoracic mobility series very soon. So that's the end of our series on elbow pain. Hopefully you've picked up some tips and tricks that will help you finally get that elbow sorted. Because like we said last time, we're all about outlifting our friends, out driving our friends, and having a great time doing it. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them below. But thank you for joining us and we'll see you next time. Bye.